Hi, this is 8 Minutes of Awesome, and I'm Jennifer Lipsky. Today I have Abe Udy here with me, and Abe is based in Tasmania. Abe, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I don't know if there's much interesting about me, although probably is. I don't know. Essentially, I am based in Tasmania, but I've only been here for 10 years. I grew up in South Australia, and I always absolutely loved media and radio, and I was always used to muck around with music and cassette recorders and recording songs off the radio and pretending I was a radio DJ. I'm also a drummer and I play keyboard and I've some other musical instruments. And so I love music, and I grew up my life essentially when I was young was playing with music and thinking, oh, one day I would love to kind of do this for a living. And so for years and years, in any spare time I had, I would make music and pretend I was a DJ and use whatever kind of technology I could lay my hands on to kind of do what I loved.
That's great.
And it's led to me living in Tasmania now, and I run my own business in Tasmania, and it's grown. And we produce radio and TV commercials and voiceovers for a bunch of different products, and it's yeah, life's exciting.
That is exciting. That is really exciting. Um, it sounds like a lot of fun, and it sounds very dynamic in that you've probably met a lot of really remarkable people along the way. But why is it that you do what you do, besides, the fun of it all, and the meeting people and having your business and everything? Tell
I
me more about that.
uh, look, I think you've summed up the answer why I do what I do.
Hmm.
The fun of it all. I love it. I mean, of course, there are days you think, "Ah, it was a hard day at work. We've had to, deal with the more businessy side of things that isn't necessarily my personal strength. I'm more of a creative type.
Yeah.
But I just love it. I absolutely love it. And I get up in the morning and I cannot wait to get to work. I mean, I'm a family man as well, and I've got a couple of little kids, and I love them dearly. And in a sense, it's hard to go to leave them behind, but at home. But I love going to work. Wake up and I just think, oh right, I got some stuff I want to get into today, and I just find it exciting. And I once heard someone say that if you can find a job that you really love, you'll never work another day in your life, and that's what it's been from my experience. Just I love it. I genuinely love it,
Oh, that
and
sounds
kind of been able to combine my hobby into my job has been such a blessing. Really, it makes life much more enjoyable and that much more fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So it sounds really like each day is filled with joy, but certainly each day also does have its challenges too. So I'm just
Mm.
wondering, when is it that you feel you're most vulnerable, and how do you manage that?
It's a very it's a very good question and a very personal one too. And I might just go back a little bit into my, I guess, growing up and through school. I was really hassled a lot. I was teased a lot. My name, Abe, is unique enough. My last name, Udy, Abe Udy. I used to get the kids, what a beauty, how you going? And, kids would find anything they could to tease you. Plus, I was a bit different. My parents were, no, it's strict's not the wrong word, but fairly, we had some fairly tight boundaries growing up, and we weren't like everyone else. I was into music and not sport. I was more academic at school and not really a sporter. I wasn't one of the cool kids. And so I got a lot of teasing and hassling. And I guess from there, it even shape, as when you're a child and when you're young, it really shapes who you are. And so the biggest thing about me feeling the most vulnerable is the fear of not being liked, which I think a lot of us have. But you want to be liked. You want people to like you, to be happy with you, whether they're happy with the job or the quote you've given them, or they're happy with the offer, or they're happy with you. That you want them to like you. And I guess for me, the biggest fear and where I feel most vulnerable is where I think people don't like me or that person doesn't like me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And but we can draw a lot of strength in looking at our vulnerabilities and really
Hmm.
kind of embracing them and growing from them and growing with
Yeah.
them.
And
Yeah.
for me, that strength, I mean, again, going through school and being hassled, gee, it was hard in the time, when it was happening. But looking back on it, I'm so thankful for, if, thankful for being teased, at school if you can be. I am thankful because it really helps to create character, and it's really helped me to, I guess, have, I've got a position on, I know exactly what I stand for and I know who I am and I'm confident in myself. Sure, I still want to be liked, but I'm confident that, there are things for me that are non-negotiable in life. And when the times are really tough, I think it helps to shape some of those non-negotiables and really develop your character. So that's
Yeah.
probably a bit of a positive.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, you just touched on something there. With those tough times, where do you draw your strength? What is that source that you really pull into to stay strong and to move forward?
So for me, I'm a Christian. Got a Christian faith, and that faith was part of, I guess, the strength in knowing that there is more to life than just, life as we see, and relating it to work. A favourite slogan of mine is, as well as making ads, radio ads, TV ads, as well as making ads, I want to make a difference. And so I guess that strength is drawn from the fact that we're here to make a difference in people's lives, however it is, whether it's in our back door, whether it's, an orphanage in India, which, my wife and myself support. However it is, it's about making a difference. And so I guess staying strong in the tough times is knowing that we're here for a greater purpose than just, what we see in the day to day.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Abe, thank you so much for sharing so openly and sharing those messages. And I'm sure that they will be very valuable for many, many people.
I hope so. Have a good
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for joining 8 Minutes of Awesome.